Hi, this is Matt Miller from the Daily Caller News Foundation. Today we're asking students at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., which book they think is more dangerous, the Holy Bible or the Communist Manifesto. Let's see what they have to say. You have the Bible and the Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Oh, the Bible.
It's more dangerous?
Yeah, I'm a Christian and I say that
Why would you say that?
on the spot. I don't know. The Bible's been used to justify a bunch of really bad stuff that's gone on over centuries.
And the Manifesto?
I don't know enough about the Manifesto, so I wouldn't be able to
Easily
tell
the
you.
Bible. The
Yeah,
Communist
that's what I-
Manifesto is awesome. We love it.
What do you think is more dangerous? Why is that? You think the Bible is more dangerous?
Yes. So basically I come from China, a communist country, and this is inherently dangerous, and this is good stuff, good stuff. So do you have any questions?
Okay, yeah. Are you guys allowed to believe in any of those ideas?
The God created light, the God created the world in 7 days. I know it while I'm in China. It's totally free.
So how do you know how many people were killed under Mao when communism just got started in China? Was
I
there?
remember it's 4 million, but I have also a question. How many people was killed by Christian Andrew Jackson? How many people was killed by slave owners and they are also Christian?
Right.
How many people? Do you have a number?
I don't know.
Obviously, Americans don't tell you that. It's no freedom of speech.
Do you have a number?
I told you 4 million. It's very accurate.
Oh, by slave owners and Christians?
No, by Mao. But we don't have a number by slavery owner and Andrew Jackson. You see my point?
Oh, wait. Did you say there's no free speech in America?
Oh yeah, there is no free speech. Can you say the N word in your channel?
I can't. No.
Yeah, why? Why
Can you do that in China?
Yeah, I can say the N word whenever I want. It's freedom of speech.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you should go to China.
Destroyed my country.
It's what?
Destroyed my country, Venezuela.
Yeah, it did. Wow. So what do you think about that?
Because of it, I'm not there anymore. So I wish I could still go and call it my home, but now, because of communism, and everything that happened with the presidents, my country's destroyed.
A lot of people have come over and said that the Bible is more dangerous and that this book is not dangerous. People have just taken it out of context. They haven't really understood it. What would you say to that?
Come visit Venezuela, honestly, because I've seen a lot of protests happening that are in Chile, they're asking for communism and socialism and all that, but they don't know what happens after you get it, after everyone's the same, there's obviously gonna, it's gonna collapse at some point.
I wouldn't be able to
Easily
tell
the
you.
Bible. The
Yeah,
Communist
that's what I-
Manifesto is awesome. We love it.
Why would you? Yeah. So why would you say that?
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm good. Sorry. They're interviewing them.
So you said this has been used to justify a lot of bad things, a lot of evil things.
Yeah.
So the Communist Manifesto, I don't know if you know, communism killed over 100 million people in the last century, like gulags, concentration camps, Stalin. You think that maybe it suffers from the same criticism that you gave?
It might be the same, ideals. Well, I tell you, I don't know enough about the Common Manifesto to tell you about that. But I do know about the Bible. It's been used to justify a bunch of things. It also, good things come out of the Bible too.
Think anything good has come out of the Communist Manifesto, or you don't know anything about it?
I wouldn't know. I'm a STEM major. I don't know.
So if you don't really know about the Communist Manifesto, why are you so certain that the Bible is more dangerous?
I'm not saying that's. It's because it's been used to justify very bad things that's going on.
If you had to choose.
Such a trick question, though.
Trick question.
I mean, most people are going to pick that one, but I'm going to go with the Bible.
Why would you say the Bible?
The Communist Manifesto, it gets a bad rap. I don't think it's got some crazy ideas in it. It's just people took it the wrong way.
Okay. Has anybody taken it the right way, you think?
Ooh, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Can you name one communist regime, one communist country that has turned out good and flourishing and prosperous?
No.
What do you think? I mean, do you know about how many people died under communist regimes in the 20th century?
There's a lot. Yeah, I remember learning this in world history class.
A lot of people have been saying, oh, there's good and bad to this one. Do you think that there's good and bad to communism?
I guess the only good from communism is for people that feel like they're at the bottom, that they feel like they have a chance to be equal with everyone else, which is a lot of the reasons why people turn towards it, because they're in a predicament or in a economic or social situation where they feel like that's their only option. We saw that
funny you say that because a lot of people turn to the Bible when they're in that same situation, right?
So I guess for them, they would see the benefits in it, but like once you actually get in it, there's so many problems that arise. And as you said, like so many people were killed. Even though that's not like the point of communism, it's more for like equality for everyone. But it takes a turn when it's in the wrong hands, like Hitler and Stalin, that it does lead to these concentration camps or different genocides or starvations of countries and stuff like that. That is really negative. And like I guess with the Bible, like its intentions was to preach something positive, but the way that people interpret it and the way that they make it to fit what they want to believe brings the dangers with it.
Do you think that the people that did die under Mao, are those deaths related to this book? You think?
Oh, of course, no. It's related to his policy. Iron Man has mistake. Even God has mistake.
Okay.
So it's like Andrew Jackson made a mistake. George Washington also owns.
So
that's also a mistake.
Sure. Okay, so that's not related to this book then. Like the deaths under Christians it's not connected to that book.
But it's the Christian who did those stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the Christian who pray every day, and we don't pray to this book every day, but Christian pray to the God every day.
Okay.
And they still do the stuff.
So you're saying the deaths committed by Christians is related to this book. It's this book's fault. But deaths by communists is not related to the Communist Manifesto?
Yes, of course. Communist Manifesto is created by Karl Marx. And the Maoists are followed by the Maoist quotation, something like that. It's not inherently bad.
Bible.
Why do you say that?
I think it's just more relevant nowadays.
Than the Manifesto?
Yeah.
What do you think was more dangerous in history?
Bible.
So 100 million people died in communist gulags in the last century. You think still the Bible?
Well, I mean, if you mean history about like all the holy wars and stuff, the Crusades, like that was because of the Bible.
Yep. What about, and also like colonialism and, right?
What do you think?
Well, I'm not really trying to give my opinion. I'm just trying to like prompt a conversation. See, I think like the history of the Crusades gets construed as like the Christians' fault, although it was the Seljuk Turks that were raiding Byzantine Christian trade routes in Asia Minor, that prompted the Byzantine emperor to say, "Hey, Western Europe, can you come defend me? We're getting attacked by the Muslim Seljuk Turks." So, and also you have to like, who won the Crusades, right?
I mean, wasn't there like multiple? Are you talking about singular?
Yeah, no, I mean like overall, who won control of the Holy Land was the Muslims.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean they won by they kind of won. I think the Christians won like 2 of them. The rest were completely got blown out of the water, and it was also like a war of Christian defense, defending their land. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean Christians killing Muslims, Muslims killing Christians. It was a war. I don't know if it's like an example of genocide, like a lot of people seem to make it out, but there's a lot of historical nuance with that. But definitely, I mean, there were a lot of people died under the ideas. I mean, so you think there's good and bad to the Bible?
I do, but I think you have to be selective about what you look at it to find the good and the bad.
Sure. Do you think that there's a good and bad to the Communist Manifesto?
I have not read it, but I know that there's a lot of bad in it.
Well, in the book itself, but also communism. Is there a good and bad to communism? Have we had any like good results, you think, from the ideas here and the ideas of communism?
In history, I don't know if there's ever been an example of successful good communism. I personally can't name one, but I can name events where good things have come from the Bible. Right.
So I'll ask one more time. I mean, not that you have to change your answer, but like given that, if we agree on that, do you still think that the Bible is a more dangerous text? The ideas from the Bible are more dangerous? If there's good and bad from this, and there's really only been bad thus far.
Okay, so if you're not counting any of the good and you're only counting the bad, or are you looking at it overall?
I guess I would ask like overall, but I see what you're saying. If the bad from this really, really outweighs the bad from that.
Which is what I believe.
Okay. But I think
the Bible's got a lot of good to it. A lot. More than, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a statistic that some of the Christian churches are the largest charity organizations on the planet. I don't know if that's true. My friend actually told me that recently, but that's the good from the Bible.
It's really the people that are dangerous, to be honest, not like the book. A book is a book. It's not going to hurt you. You don't have to believe it, like Hitler's Mein Kampf. So many people, he'd preach this stuff for so long, and everyone's like, oh, he's crazy, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. But then all of a sudden, boom, he was in power. and then it led to everything else. So it's kind of like the person more so.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the Bible is way safer because if you look at the Bible, it's printed on parchment paper, while the Communist Manifesto, I mean, I can get cut on this. I mean,
Some thick pages.
I gotta get on my way, but that's pretty cool.